That's
A
another
plot
whole story.
twist is
It's a pause to me.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us today on Midwest Access. Hope you're having a great day. Hey, Nick.
Hi.
We'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen in just a bit. Thanks for joining us on Midwest Access. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Nick and the rest of the weather team has been pretty busy today. Storms last night, and we are seeing some very warm temperatures today. So we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Nick Jansen in just a bit. While we are waiting for him, it's something we do every day on Midwest Access. Why don't we just start off with our question of the day? Let's take a look. Here's today's question. 1 in 9 women say this was their favorite group activity in high school. 1 in 9 women. Interesting. Okay. Let's go and see what people are saying on Facebook, because I have no idea what the actual answer is. If we can pull up some of the answers on Facebook, I know a lot of people have been weighing in and letting us know. Going home, lunch. Lunch is a good one. Band, drama or FFA, dancing, Friday nights, out with the ladies. Some good answers. I'm going to say lunch, but 1 in 9 is not very many, so maybe it's not lunch. If it was the 80s, smoking a cigarette, that could be it. That could be it. 1 in 9 women say this was their favorite part in high school. Go to our Facebook page. You can put down what you think the answer is, and we will share the actual answer coming up just before 5 o'clock. Nick joins us now.
There's no way to sneak around.
Yeah, I saw your feet. I was like,
Yeah,
there
I
he
know. I
goes.
paused over there and I was like, oh, I guess I'll just walk right through. Oh, mic wasn't working, so we had to try to figure that out.
I was trying to pretend that the mic was working. You were just working on weather. Can't you just play along?
No. Yeah, I guess I could.
But I was just asking you about the weather because I woke up at about 3 o'clock to the storms last night.
You know who didn't wake up to the storms at 3 o'clock?
You?
This guy.
Can you believe I actually woke up? I wasn't
Slept
even
right.
still awake.
Yeah, I'm surprised you weren't still awake at that point in time. I slept right through it. My wife said she woke up. And then the second round, I had a nice little tea time scheduled this morning.
Yeah.
Didn't make it to the tea time.
I actually, when I woke up at 3, I was like, ooh, I could make Nick's tea time. I'm feeling pretty good. And then
Nah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I woke up at 7,
didn't go
saw the
golfing.
radar, and I was like, yeah, the 7:52 tea time's not going to work. But we needed the rainfall.
Yeah.
I needed a couple rounds of golf in this week, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that either. But rainfall amounts, at least we got that. So some portions of southeast Minnesota getting up to around 2.5 inches of rain. In Elgin, can you believe that? Look at this here. Elgin right at 2.52, Marion at 2.5. Mary from Zumbrota calling in, which 1 3/4 inches. Lake City right around that 1 3/4 mark. KTTC here in northwest Rochester, we were at 1 inch. Just 59/100ths of an inch of rain at RST from this. So notice a lot of the heavy rain staying just north of I-90. Hey, we still have a first alert day in place the rest of the day and tomorrow. And from the National Weather Service now, we have a heat advisory in effect for all of southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa. This will be in effect from 12 p.m. until 8 p.m. on Thursday. Again, that is for all of the KTTC viewing areas. That is because we could have some heat indices reaching close to maybe 100 to 105 through the afternoon tomorrow. So take note of that. If you're out and about, or maybe you just want to go play some golf, do it in the morning. Don't do it into the afternoon with those heat indices reaching close to 100. As we look outside, beautiful sky here this afternoon. It is still warm. 87 here in Rochester. Feels like 93. Dew points are right back into the lower 70s. Wind out of the west at 7 miles per hour. Temperatures here across the region. 95 now in Osage. Really warming up there. 91 in Cresco, 91 in Austin. And we have those heat indices reaching close to 95, 97 in a couple spots here this afternoon. Future track radar. No rain on the way here the rest of the evening. We will stay dry. Hour by hour forecast temperatures will get down into the lower 70s and upper 60s here tonight. That first alert day in place for tomorrow because of the heat. We could maybe have a first alert day on the way for Friday for the chance for some strong to severe thunderstorms. We'll talk about the heat and the storm chance. That's coming up in your full first alert forecast. Cammie.
All right, Nick, and when we look at that bar chart, where it peaks, we'll be right at Thursday's downtown for Midwest Access tomorrow. So it's going to be hot for that. I could bring my umbrella hat for that. Save that for tomorrow. Hey, today we head back to Iowa. We were there yesterday. We're going to go again to the Good Samaritan Society, this time in Forest City, where a grandson and grandfather have a pretty neat story to tell. A grandfather and his grandson enjoying a nice day in a repurposed space. This is 17-year-old Ethan and his grandfather, Larry.
Ethan is a local Boy Scout, and he came, him and his mom came and approached us because they had heard that we really wanted to beef up our courtyard. It was kind of overgrown, COVID, it just wasn't the focus, and we really want that to be an outdoor space that our residents can enjoy. Some butterflies, they put a water feature, and they just put a lot of heart and soul into it.
Ethan got to work, and his grandpa got to watch as he worked on the landscaping, adding rock, new plants with plans for vegetables, and much more.
It needed it very bad.
She wanted plants that would attract butterflies, so we picked out specific plants to attract butterflies here.
And it isn't just Grandpa who is reaping the benefits.
It's been a labor of love for them, but our residents here really get to benefit from all of the beautiful flowers and all the other stuff out from outside.
Have you heard a lot of good things from your friends here, Larry?
Yes,
What do they say?
they like it a lot.
A courtyard revitalized by a 17-year-old with a pretty big heart. A symbol of love for his grandpa and likely something neither of them will ever forget.
It's supposed to be a big project, which just was pretty big. So what did you think of my project, Grandpa?
Very good, Ethan. I like it a lot. You did a very good job.
In Forest City, Iowa,
you.
I'm Cammie Raisler. Larry says he gave Ethan some pointers along the way. Ethan is not quite an Eagle Scout yet, but this will help him get there. Still a lot to come here on Midwest Access, including some headlines from our very own Zach Fuller. He'll be joining us with all the news of the day when we come back.
Wish you had help getting things.
Thanks for sticking with us on Midwest Access. Zach Fuller joins us now. He's live in studio with us to take a look at some of the day's top headlines. How's it going, Zach?
It's going well. How about yourself, Cammie?
Well, it's going okay. It's going okay. I'll send it over to you.
Well, if you don't have air conditioning and are looking to escape the heat, there are several free options in our area to stay cool. The Rochester Public Library is open from 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday and 10 to 6 Friday through Sunday. The Rochester Salvation Army Community Center is open weekdays from 8 to 4. Rochester Public Transit is offering free rides if you tell the driver you are looking for a cool place to be. And there are also free swimming areas in Rochester at Foster Aaron Park, Cascade Lake Beach, and Chester Woods Park. Well, with the heat, the Mississippi River is crucial when it comes to keeping the economy going, acting as a main channel to transport goods. In April, if you remember, the river was dealing with flood conditions, and now it's seeing low water levels. What a turn in just a couple months. This is prompting the Army Corps of Engineers to initiate a drought watch. That means they are closely monitoring conditions and hoping for rain. The Corps tells us the lock and dam system is made for drought conditions. Without it, the river would become a small, shallow stream. When the water gets too low, the Corps uses the system to decrease the flow of water to maintain a 9-foot channel to allow vessels to pass. They also may dredge sand out of the river to create more depth. Now, without this system, commerce would stop because barges wouldn't be able to get through the shallow water. And I'm sure that the rain last night helped them there. Well, as families in the Rochester School District gear up for back to school, school activities will cost many of them more. Last night, the Rochester School Board approved a 20% increase in participation fees, and it goes into effect for the upcoming fall activities. The district says the hike in prices will generate up to $106,000 in revenue. So what does this mean for families? This is how fall sports will be affected. Soccer, cross country, volleyball, girls tennis, and cheerleading will cost $185. That's up from $155. Girls swimming and diving jumps to $215 from $180. And football will now cost $255. That's up from $215. The district says families who qualify for free or reduced lunch prices will continue to qualify for free sports participation. You can see how all sports and other activities like speech, math league, and show choir will be impacted on our website. That's KTTC.com. And speaking of school, most students are still soaking up the last few weeks of summer break, but others are now officially back to the classroom for a new year of learning. Longfellow Elementary resumed classes today. Longfellow is the only school in the Rochester district to follow a 45-15 schedule. That means students go to school for 45 days, then take a 3-week break. They get an extended summer break of about 6 weeks. Longfellow is both a neighborhood and district-wide school. About 30% of students are from the neighborhood, and the rest are from families who seek out this type of year-round learning.
Our students have a shorter summer. They have time to play outside, but they're really ready to get back to school. And we really appreciate the learner retention. They have a lot of skills that they continue to build and don't lose over the summer, and just having that balanced schedule throughout the year.
And of course, we hope all Longfellow Leopards and staff had a great first day back. Well, Rochester police are investigating a theft of Rochester School District property. A trailer was stolen from the Jefferson Elementary parking lot in northeast Rochester. Rochester police say the driver of a light-colored SUV entered the parking lot just after 10 p.m. Sunday and hooked up the trailer and drove off. Here's what the trailer looks like. The trailer contained 46-foot tables and approximately 200 folding chairs on rolling carts. Anyone who may know something about the theft is asked to reach out to Rochester Police. Well, that's a look at your local headlines. Be sure to join us at 5 for the latest. Cammie.
All right, Zach, thank you so much. We are sweating it out on the patio today with Josh Krall. He's with Bitter and Pour in Rochester, and we're going to make some good summer drinks. How are you, Josh?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing all right. It's a little hot out here.
Man, it is hot.
But it's perfect for some good drinks, and you have a lot of items here. What will you be making for us today?
I think perfect for a hot day would be a nice tonic.
Okay.
We'll go over a couple of those, and we'll finish with a homemade ginger beer.
All right, that sounds good. Before we get into it, where can people find Bitter and Pour?
Bitter and Pour is located on historic 3rd Street, right below Mezzanine.
Okay. And things you offer at Bitter and Pour?
We've got, known for our homemade cocktails. I believe we have 40-ish on the menu right now. We do have some great mocktails as well. These are kind of derived from some of our best sellers.
Okay.
So there's an alcoholic version of all these as well.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's get into it. What do we have first?
All right, let's start with my favorite. Great for a hot day. It's going to be tonic.
Okay.
I did run around town a little bit. I found these. This is at TJ Maxx.
Okay.
Grapefruit tonic. And then Andy's Liquor carries a nice elderflower tonic in syrup form. You basically dilute them with a soda to make a great mocktail.
Okay.
Way more flavor than, like, say, Fever Tree or Schweppes or whatever. If you want to jazz them up a little bit, you can throw some fresh blackberries in there, or any fruit. Strawberry would work great, raspberry. Just give them a gentle smush. This works great with herbs as well.
And it works well when it's really hot out.
Really hot, yeah. You don't need to overdo it. Like if you're doing want to get after a gin and tonic, cardamom is in a lot of those.
Okay.
Make it taste like gin.
Sure.
I recommend using something like that. You can do more aromatics, cinnamon, clove, any fruits. Like I said, that'll be for a later one.
Okay.
Yep. Basically, you don't need this, but it helps jazz it up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and use our house-made blackberry tonic syrup right here. 1 ounce of this.
Okay.
Right into your glass.
Perfect.
And then finish with soda water. Typically you want to go for a 3-to-1 ratio on this. If you like it a little more watered down, add more soda. If you want it stronger, less soda.
Okay. Perfect for a hot day.
Absolutely.
Looks nice too.
Yeah. And then we're going to finish with some ice.
Okay, that's a good idea.
All right.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah. I like to finish them with fresh herbs.
Okay.
For this one, we use a sage right here. If you really want to wake this up, give it a little spank before you throw it in there.
All right.
Just like that.
Good tip.
Yeah. And
so what alcohol would you normally put in there with it?
this is best with gin.
Okay.
Goes great with vodka as well. I have found cognac can also work.
Okay.
But I think gin is the best.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right, well, let's leave this one right here since it's so pretty, and let's make our next drink.
All right. Now, when I think mocktail, I want it to taste like you're drinking the real thing, like a grown-up drink. And the best way to emulate the alcohol burn in my mind is with ginger. So we're go ahead and make a fresh ginger beer.
Okay.
You can buy lime juice. I like to use fresh lime. We're going to start with 1/2 ounce. This doesn't take much. Each lime gets about 1 ounce. Try not to make a mess here.
Okay. It's really okay if you do.
Yeah. A little bit more.
The top is 1 ounce.
Yep. All right, so right into the glass. And I did find this in town at TJ Maxx. They have their own ginger syrup. You can make your own. It's quite simple. Just take fresh ginger, chop it up with anything sweet, simmer it for a little bit, strain out the solid, and you have a ginger syrup right there.
Okay.
I've got ours right here. 1 ounce of this. And then again, we're going to finish with soda water. If you want to jazz this up a little bit, something like a strawberry puree you could add to there. Ginger works great with honey. Maybe in the summer, early spring I should say, rhubarb, strawberry. Later on in the fall, cranberry would be great. Pomegranate.
Okay. All good options,
Yep,
yes.
yeah. And we're going to finish with ice here. And I like a nice fresh piece of ginger with this one.
Sure.
You could do a fresh lime. I do have dehydrated right here.
Yeah, you fancy here.
Yeah. And candied ginger.
Okay.
And finish with the straw here.
And then you said you have one more to prepare. Is this it?
I could do another tonic.
That's it. That's it. That's perfect. Yeah. Perfect. These look so good. Any final tips you have for people? Any advice you have for them looking to make a drink at their house?
I would say always use fresh ingredients when possible. It really comes through in the final product. I won't make any substitutions. Like, it's so easy to squeeze your own lime juice, lemon juice, make a ginger syrup. It's super easy.
Okay.
I would go with that.
Good advice. Josh, thank you so much from Bitter and Pour. You can find him in Rochester. You can drink that one. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers as we head to break. More details on our website. That's KTTC.com. We have trending stories coming up next. We're also going to try some maple spam. And we're also going to tell you how you could perhaps win Subway for a year. All that next in Trending.
Miss part of
All right, welcome back. Time for Trending. Cammie, this one might make you feel right at home.
Okay.
Here. A longtime favorite at North Dakota State Fair, Daryl's Racing Pigs, are back by popular demand. Do you know what this is then?
No.
Oh, you don't?
The State Fair's in mine, not. That's too far.
Okay.
Tom might know.
They started with the rookie race where one of the pink piggies takes first place in just 21.27 seconds. Daryl said the reward is cherry Kool-Aid that's tried and tested over the years. Next up was the pro races where Pink Pig took the lead on the final turn, and after a box office hit with Barbie, Margot Piggy won the race in just under 10 seconds.
Wow.
Daryl's Racing Pigs hit the track at 12:30, 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. every day of the fair. There are
That's
stage
fun.
4.
I've never been to the North Dakota State Fair.
Me either.
I've been to South Dakota, I've been to Minnesota, I've been to Iowa.
Racing Pigs,
But not North
that might
Dakota.
get me up there.
Yeah. That looks fun.
Under 10 seconds, too. That's
They're
a big
quick.
difference between the
They're
rookie
quick.
and the pros.
Yeah.
10 seconds is a long time when you're racing.
Hey, X marks the social media spot with only 24 hours notice in the form of a tweet from its owner. Twitter is no more. Tweets are no more. It wasn't clear if Elon Musk was being serious, but his social media platform is now known as X, and it looks just like this. Those iconic blue birds, previous owner Jack Dorsey spent more than a decade making famous. See you later. Elon says they're gone. It comes less than a year after he acquired the company for $44 billion last October and took it private. As for why he did this, no one knows just yet. If you have the app, the bird still appears. However, I was at the Twins game last night, and when they put their Twitter handle up, there was a big X next to it. They already
yeah, so on my bookmarks
game
on
there.
Google Chrome, there's no, that's how I found out about it. It's just a little X.
An X.
He
So-
just likes trolling people. That's
so
why
we're
he did it.
But he says it's staying.
I know, because everyone complained and cried about it on Twitter, so that's why
So it's staying.
I think it's going to stay. He likes trolling people.
So we're going to X about it?
Yeah, I guess.
I read the X.
I feel like Elon Musk is literally the little gif of the guy that's behind the keyboard trolling a lot. He just laughs about it.
Okay, well, we'll see how long the X will stick around and if your app will change. And speaking of something that you might see on the X right now, Jorge Lopez from the Twins traded to the Marlins.
Oh, and then Jorge Polanco, he's back for the Royals series. You excited?
Well, yeah, but I was talking about trades, and then you brought him up. I about had a heart attack, but he's coming back. Okay, he's not getting traded.
No, he's not getting traded.
Okay, this is definitely not delivery. Take a look at this. DiGiorno is testing a vending machine filled with pizza. The company has 2 kiosks inside a Walmart in Colorado and at the Nestle company's Ohio campus. According to the company, the vending machines have a commercial-grade oven inside, so they can output fully cooked DiGiorno's, their 10-inch thin crust pizza, in cheese and pepperoni. It only takes 3 minutes. Each pie costs about $9.
What do you
That's
think?
a good deal.
Would you
Yeah.
trust it?
I would trust it.
Would you? How often is that oven cleaned?
I don't know.
I don't think I'd do it. I'd just walk to the freezer section there at Walmart.
But in 3 minutes, you're going to have the cooked Cook pizza.
How often do you clean your oven?
Yeah, Tom wants to know how often you clean your oven.
I think Angie does it quite often.
Oh, jeepers creepers.
Subway is,
Next
she doesn't
story.
trust me to clean it. Subway is running a promotion in August giving sandwich fans a chance to win free sandwiches for life if they agree to change their first name to Subway. I'm all for this.
I would do it.
I think I might do this.
Subway
According to Bloomberg, once a winner is chosen, the company will pay the winner's legal fees to assume, quote, a new iconic identity. Subway has roughly 37,000 franchise-run locations in upwards of 100 countries. The contest starts August 1st. I gotta say, Subway Raisler has an interesting ring to it. I like it.
I don't mind it.
Chief Meteorologist Subway Jansen, that's not too bad.
So, what if a lot of people want to change their name to Subway?
Well, I think there's only one winner.
One winner. So
Yeah,
then,
'cause they don't.
so then if you change it and they don't pick you, well, you're just Subway. No prize.
That's all right. You can change it back, right? How many times can you change your name?
I have no idea.
Me either.
All I know about changing names is what they did on Friends. Phoebe changed her name. Anyway.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
It's funny. All right, we're talking about Spam now. It has a new flavor out, and it's maple. We're going to try it today with Tom Overly. He has some drinks. He has some Spam. He has a George Foreman.
I like the cold beverage segment, by the way. I ran out in the middle of the cast, and I asked him for the ginger recipe. It was really good. I love it.
Really good drinks.
I've been
Pretty,
sampling.
too.
Yeah, so Spam, this was really interesting.
So maple Spam doesn't
maple
sound too
Spam.
bad. I thought maple Spam sounds good.
I think like the breakfast, they have like this breakfast mash idea.
Is it going to be better than the pumpkin spice one we tried?
It wasn't pumpkin spice, it
You want
was
me to try
figgy
it?
pudding.
Oh, it wasn't.
I mean, which kind of is. Oh, wait, did we?
Oh, here it is, the breakfast
Do we have
bowl.
a s-
Breakfast
Derek, do we
bowl,
have
you can
silverware?
do potatoes, sweet potatoes, onion, little spinach, whatever, fry that up, put some of that on with a little egg.
With
okay,
your
here we
eggs?
go.
So did
Who
we
wants to
cook
go
it?
first?
I mean, I guess
He
I
cooked
could.
it in the George
so
Foreman.
I just happen
So
to have
do
a
you-
George
We
Foreman
didn't
grill.
grab the forks.
Yeah, we don't
Here,
have
use your
I'll just use
Just rip it.
your hands. Hey, but you know what? Put it on the George Foreman. It probably took 2 minutes.
That you had in your
cook.
car.
No, I have it in the kitchen in the newsroom.
Is that any good?
I like this old George Foreman. Okay, I gotta try it. I'll just, you washed your
It's
hands,
good.
right?
Yeah, they're clean.
Yeah, clean like his oven.
Not bad. I like it.
I like it.
That's
Spam.
pretty good.
Again, this with eggs, a little
pretty good.
sweet potato, a little onion, whatever, fry that up, throw an egg on.
Yeah.
This, it's pretty good.
That's a lot better than the pumpkin
Well,
spice.
that's because we were just scooping it out of the can.
And now the newsroom kitchen and the newsroom smells
Smells like-
of fried Spam. Thank you
It's
Maple.
so
not
much.
It's not bad. Yeah, the maple's good.
I think
Actually,
you can
it's
get
got a
it
really
in
nice
Austin
flavor.
now. I think. Or you can order it online.
All right, I'm going to take my drinks and leave you.
Drinks and Spam.
Okay.
I'll share with the news.
That's good, actually.
I know it is
I like
good.
it.
I can make some more.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later. Thanks, Tom. We have a lot to get to here. Oh, on Midwest Access. It's good. You like it?
Yeah, surprisingly, it was a lot higher than I thought it was.
Figgy
gonna
pudding?
be.
Better than the figgy pudding?
Yeah, I can't say I'm ever gonna eat that again.
We have some actors joining us in studio. When we come back, there's a big show coming up in Rochester. When does it start and what's it all about? And if you guys want some Spam, you can have some during the commercial break, okay? Okay? We're gonna chat with them next.
As high school students look to the
Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us on Midwest Access. There is a show at the Rochester Repertory Theater coming up that you can check out. Vianney Cortez is playing Caroline in the show, and Luke Schaefer plays Anthony. Hello, welcome. How was the Spam?
It was delicious.
It was really good,
It's
actually.
really, really tasty, yeah.
And you said you haven't been to the Spam Museum just yet.
No, not yet.
So you'll
We're
have to
gonna
go.
go at some point.
Yes, absolutely. So we have a new production coming up, starts tomorrow.
Yes.
So Vianney, it's I and you?
Yes.
And that's the two of you?
Correct.
Right.
What can you tell us about the show?
It's about a girl that is sick and she's homebound because of her illness, and a classmate surprises her in her room, and they end up getting to know each other and giving truths about themselves that they didn't expect. And the ending, I think, really ties everything together. Yeah. It's
So
a
the
really-
two of you have been having fun with it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been an absolute blast.
Awesome. Luke, where are you from?
I was born and raised right here, Rochester, Minnesota.
Vianney?
Also born in Minneapolis, but lived here most of my life.
Okay, both from Rochester. How did you get involved with Rochester Rep Theater? I'll start with you, Luke.
My dad, really.
Okay.
He did a show a while back, and that was kind of our introduction to the Rochester theater community, really. And I heard that they were doing a show at the Rep,
suddenly
and with a perfect amount of times that I could actually do it. And it was like, okay, let's go here where like everybody awesome is. Let's do it. It was great.
Love it. And Vianney, how about you?
So I know the director, Jerry Casper, from RCTC.
Okay.
And I did the audition there, and he is a great actor. I've worked with him so many times, but this is my like Rochester rep debut.
Ooh,
So
fantastic.
It's very exciting.
So we're looking at some video of you rehearsing for the show. Is this at the Rochester Rep here where you're rehearsing?
Yes,
Okay.
that's Jerry.
Oh, fantastic. So how long have you been preparing for the show?
Since June.
Okay.
June sounds right, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Couple of months.
Okay. And practicing has gone well?
Yes.
Fantastic. So it opens tomorrow. What do people need to know? Can they get tickets? Are they still available? And where is the show?
Tickets are absolutely still available at rochesterrep.org. They can also be bought at the door, but reservations are typically recommended.
It goes from July 27th to August 6th.
Yeah.
So you have time to see it if you can't go this weekend.
Sure. So it's just the two of you.
Correct.
In the show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's very impressive. Anything more that you'd like our viewers to know about the upcoming show? Come check it out.
The end is a big surprise.
Yeah,
Ooh.
the ending is something to be seen.
You got a surprise.
If you guys come for nothing else, come for the ending because we put a lot of work into that specifically, and you guys are gonna love it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing,
Yes.
whole thing, absolutely. But yes, absolutely.
Fantastic. And we're still trying to determine who is you and I.
Yeah, that's still the question.
Yeah, it's proving to be a bit more complicated a question than I think we expected.
Hopefully at the end, you'll know.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll know at the end.
All right, tickets still available. You can find more details on our website. That's KTTC.com. Just click Midwest Access. Vianney, Luke, thank you so much for being here. And there's more spam in the break room for you before you go, okay? We have to take a break. We have much more coming up on Midwest Access, including a look at your forecast. It is hot, hot, hot outside. How long will it last? Nick will tell us when we come back.
Hopefully not long.
Thanks for sticking with us on Midwest Access. It's time to talk weather, and we're starting with something we haven't talked about too much this year, rain.
Right, the rainfall this summer finally getting some rain last night into this morning, and we didn't necessarily have severe weather. Now, I will say, Ted talked to me this morning, and he said there was a report from RST that clocked winds at 60 miles per hour. I did see some reports of some damage right near Salem Corners there in Olmsted County, right on Salem Road, some trees down, and we had some power outages. I know Cammie said you lost your internet this morning here because of some of those strong winds that moved through, but at least we got some rainfall here. Some of us over an inch in some spots. We had right at 1 inch of rainfall here at the studio. RST officially at 59 100ths of an inch of rain. And then we have the heat and humidity continuing this afternoon and evening. And we have a first alert day in place for tomorrow. From the National Weather Service, we now have a heat advisory in place for all of southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa. This will be in effect for Thursday. We're looking at 12 p.m. and so from noon until 8 in the evening on Thursday. That's all of southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. It's hot outside currently here. We're still falling shy of 90. I think tomorrow will be our best chance at reaching 90 degrees for the first time this calendar year. 87 outside, wind out of the west at 7 miles per hour. Dew points are still in the low 70s, so it is humid outside. Feel like conditions in the low 90s, and we look at heat index values here in some spots getting close to 100. So 98 is what it feels like in Mason City. Forest City feels like 96 in Albert Lee, 93 for that heat index in La Crosse, and 93 now in Winona. Just take a look at some of the heat out to our west here. A little drier in terms of our dew points because notice those temperatures in Aberdeen at 100, Pierre at 105 with a heat index of just 103. So that's a good indication that our dew points are a little cooler out to the west, but we are warming up quickly, even Duluth into the upper 70s with that heat index value at 80. High pressure overhead out to our west. We'll keep an eye on that boundary that's right near Bismarck. That will be potentially a weather maker for maybe late on Thursday and then once again into Friday, specifically looking at Friday afternoon. Areas in green here, maybe a couple scattered strong storms will be possible coming up Friday evening. Let's track that out in future track here. Tonight, no rain on the way, just warm. Overnight lows, upper 60s and lower 70s. Tomorrow, we'll start things out with some sunshine. Strong southerly winds. We warm our temperatures maybe mid-90s for highs, and a couple of us, Minneapolis future track has us in the low 100s. A couple stray to isolated chances for some showers and thunderstorms overnight into early Friday morning. We'll see some sunshine, high temperatures warming quickly again on Friday, and then potentially working in that rain chance then from about 5 until 9 p.m. A couple of those storms could be on the strong side of things coming up on Friday evening. Temperatures tonight with some cloudy skies. We're looking at 69 for that overnight low here tonight. Tomorrow's forecast 92 degrees for the high. Notice into the afternoon could have some heat indices reaching close to 100 to 105, and then that chance for some showers and thunderstorms probably well after sunset. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast here. 86 for the high coming up on Friday. Low 80s then Saturday and Sunday. We look towards next week. Temperatures are fairly seasonal as we look towards August. Highs will be in the mid-80s. Cami.
All right, Nick, it's Pet of the Week time. We have Miss Shar Carey here with Trudy. How are you both?
I'm good, and I think she's getting better. She was a little scared at first, but she's getting better.
This is an intimidating place for Miss Trudy and for many who just come in and never been into a TV studio before. So, Shar, what can you tell us about Trudy here?
Well, this sweetheart is we're calling her a lab cross. She's 4 years old. And she came to Paws and Claws with her litter of 8 puppies. She came from an area impound where I'm assuming that's where she had the puppies. And of course, that was kind of an overwhelming a bunch of dogs for a small impound area to take. So they all came to Paws and Claws, came to us on I believe it was the 16th of June.
June, yeah.
And she's a great mother. And she took great care of her puppies. Her name is Trudy, and she's named after one of the main characters from Chicago PD.
Yeah.
And so they named all of her puppies after characters from that show. Unfortunately, I'm not real familiar with.
I just looked up because I watch that sometimes, and it's the woman with the gray hair who kind of monitors everything throughout the entire series. So
that was true.
Fitting.
So she's had a lot of responsibilities, and so it's her turn now. All the puppies but one are adopted.
Okay.
The one that's left is on the website, and her name is Haley. She's a little black lab, looks like Mama. But now it's this girl's time to get a good home where she doesn't have all these responsibilities. She's been spayed, so no more litters for her. And so she's just a sweet, sweet girl. She's not real hyperactive, are you, sweetheart? She's got these sweet, sad eyes. She just needs to establish some trust. Yeah. She would make a wonderful dog for maybe a single person or a family. And she's ready to go. She's been spayed, of course, like I said, and so she's looking for a home.
She's a black lab mix.
We're saying mix, but she sure looks like a lab.
Yeah, she really does.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what the background of these animals is. A lot of people will do DNA testing, and find out, just what the background is. But, if you're going to prioritize things to do for your pets rather than do the DNA testing, spay neuter ought to be first on the docket, because nobody needs litters of 8 puppies all over the place.
Especially when they end up in a shelter like that. Yeah,
you bet.
So for folks that maybe haven't ever had a lab before, what should they know?
Well, labs are active dogs, so they're not going to be happy as being couch potatoes, but they're not crazy either. But they have high energy, and they're very social, so they want to be included in your family. They want to be part of the family, and they're very loyal dogs. They'll pay you back with a lot of affection if you give it to them.
Yeah.
So
Miss Trudy needs a forever home. If you would like to adopt Trudy, we have more details about her on our website. That's KTTC.com. How are you doing at Paws and Claws? A lot of cats, a lot of dogs?
They do. They do. And we've been flooded with puppies, but we're getting them adopted slowly but surely. But again, it's promoting spay neuter, isn't it, sweetheart?
Yes.
That would make life a lot easier.
It really would.
Everybody.
Shar, thank you so much for what you do, and thanks for bringing Trudy in, introducing us to her today. Again, more details about Trudy at KTTC.com. We have to take a break. We'll be right back. Oh, next we have a live report from Blaine. I forgot, we're in Blaine because the 3M Open starts tomorrow, but there's actually some local talent there today. We're going to tell you how a Rochester girl is getting involved after the break.
Value Blinds is your destination for.
Oh, this is so exciting. Golf fans, the 3M Open kicks off tomorrow in Blaine, but there's been activity all week just north of the Twin Cities. Our Julian Mitchell joins us live in Blaine right now on the course, TPC Twin Cities. How's it going, Julian?
Hey, Cammie, I'm not going to lie to you. It is hot out here. I know Nick's been talking about that pretty recently, this heat. I'm sweating. Someone told me don't let them see you sweat. You all are going to see me sweat a lot today. But there's a lot of fun going on out here. As you said, obviously the tournament, the 3M Open, does not start until tomorrow. But 3 local golfers are participating here at this 3M Open. 2 here from Century, Briar Dare and Elizabeth Youngman. Now, those 2 are first tee ambassadors. They'll be here throughout the weekend. They're not here today, but told me they'd be back up for the final round and when play starts here. From Mayo's Avery Meyer, another one in this first tee program. She will be here for the 3M Compass Skills Challenge today. Now, this challenge will be paired with, there are 4 teams. She'll be paired with 2 celebrities and a pro. Now, a couple of teams here. Kyle Rudolph is here. Larry Fitzgerald. I know one of your favorites, Justin Morneau, will be here. He's on one of those teams. He'll be competing in this challenge as well. Now, I talked to Avery earlier today. She doesn't know yet what team she's going to be on. She was hoping for Fitzgerald, so we'll see if she'll get that one as they try and come out with the win there. The 2 challenges here are a fairway finder, a chipping, and an approach shot challenge. So we'll see who can come out with the win if our local golfer here, Avery Meyer, can help the team get a win in that one. But a lot of fun here. Again, this 3M Open starts tomorrow, but this skills challenge here at 3M Open here in Blaine at 6 p.m. tonight. We'll have some highlights in sports.
Okay, Julian, that sounds so fun. Larry Fitzgerald, he sounds like he'd be a good guy to golf with. I think he'll be a lot of fun, but I kind of hope she does get paired with Justin Morneau because that'd be pretty cool. So what's it been like for you? I know, Morneau, I was like, oh my goodness. What's it been like out there for you, Julian? Have you been to the 3M before?
I have not, no. I was actually telling our photographer Micah when I came here, the only golf tournament I've been to was a PGA Championship when it was in St. Louis, and that was for a practice round. My dad and I went. So it's so cool to be out here, TPC Twin Cities. The course, you can see, I believe it's 18 behind me. It looks nice, looks legit. Those fairways look great. Some great holes here, these players to finish out on. I know when I talk to the 3 golfers, they're really looking for Tony Finau. He's trying to come back and win this thing again. So we'll see what can happen, but this course looks like a ton of fun. I'm excited to check things out here today.
Yeah, Tony Finau, he'll be back. I think he's the favorite right now. And of course, Justin Thomas has announced that he's playing. Tom Hoagie, he's from Fargo, North Dakota. So there'll probably be some folks from Fargo and surrounding areas coming to watch him. Do you have a favorite, Julian?
Whew, that's a good question. I really do like Finau. I like to compare my golf swing to him, even though we are 2 wildly different players. That half backswing. I do want to shout out because it was Elizabeth Youngman, the local golfer. She really likes Joel Damon, and I'm a huge fan of him. I know you and I talked about Full Swing, the Netflix show there. So we'll see what he can do in this one. See if he can try and be a little bit better than the worst golfer on tour.
Yes, and I think he'll have a strong following too, because ever since Full Swing, he has had a crowd following him for sure. And Thigala will be there as well. So Thigala is a favorite among the crowd too, because he's kind of a showman. So Julian, I have to ask, since we have you here, it has nothing to do with sports, but you saw the Barbie movie. I know you'll be doing Movie Minute on Friday. I'm unfortunately gone, so just give us a little sneak peek. Yes. You like the movie?
I really did like it. I've been telling everybody it wasn't necessarily a 5-star masterpiece. My expectations were at going into it, but I loved it a lot. It is so funny. I know Nick there and I have been talking about it and talking about Ryan Gosling and the Kins especially, but it's really, really good. It's really funny, really entertaining, but also really heartfelt and genuine. That's what you're going to get out of a Greta Gerwig directed film there. Just really does a fantastic job. So a really, really great film. And I got to tell you, much like being here at this 3M Open, seeing so many people, there were so many people at the theaters this weekend. It was really unbelievable to see how many people came out to see these movies. So just incredible film there. So check it out if you can sometime.
All right, movies and sports with Julian Mitchell. His 2 specialties.
I do it all.
You do. You really do. Julian, thank you so much. We'll see you back during the 6 o'clock news, okay? He is live in Blaine for the 3M Open. The official tournament kicks off tomorrow. We have to take a break. We'll have the responses to your question of the day when we come back.
Pet of the Week, brought to you by VCA Cascade Medical.
Let's answer your question of the day. 1 in 9 women say this was their favorite group activity in high school. Car washes? That's funny. I suppose you had like group car washes, like the cheerleaders have a car wash, 4-H, raise money for raise money for 4-H. I don't know.
I wouldn't have guessed that, though.
I never did a car wash for fundraiser.
I honestly didn't know what the question of the day was today.
Well, yeah, you were busy with the weather.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I was getting ready.
Car washes, 1 in 9. It had to be a rare answer because it was 1 in 9.
I think everyone in Rochester got a car wash yesterday, and that's why it rained this morning.
People always say that. I never really get that joke. Like, I got a car wash, and no darn, no, it rained.
Yeah, because then your car is dirty.
I know.
Okay, you sound like Sarah Gannon. She's like, the only way I wash my car is if it rains on it. I'm like, that's not washing your vehicle. Not to call Sarah out on television.
I have heard her say this, though.
Yeah, she says that all the time. Like, that's not the way it works.
You could go out there with a little soap and the sponge.
Rainwater's dirty. Doesn't.
Oh. Well, I'll test it out next time and see if my car becomes clean.
All right, there we go. Does it work?
Does it work?
It's a little does it work
But I'll
segment.
make sure it's not lightning or thundering. I'll be safe.
Smart.
Just for you guys.
Smart. Did you want to talk about an alert day?
I wanted to let people know because they might still be hearing you say, oh, it's an alert day. What does that mean? It basically means something's going to happen. There's criteria for alert days.
Right. So the biggest thing with first alert days is we want to essentially give you the first alert, right? That's when we have impactful weather on the way, and we have that coming up for tomorrow. We have first alert days in effect tomorrow because of the heat and humidity. We have a heat advisory issued by the National Weather Service. That's from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow. So some dangerous heat.
Sure.
Potentially maybe those heat index values getting close to maybe 100 to 105.
All right, and we'll have much more on that in our evening broadcasts. Until then, have a great night, everyone. That's all from us. Your News at 5 with Caitlin Alexander is after the break. There she is, getting ready. Have a good day.
Make your yard unique and beautiful and cut down on your trimming time with.
Coming up on KTTC News at 5, why it may now cost your family more to take part in Rochester school activities. Plus, a popular Olmsted County Fair attraction is up and running and already welcoming new little animals. But first, dangerous heat in southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. It's a first alert day, and KTTC has you covered. Your 5 o'clock news starts now.
Live from your local news leader, this